In this lesson, we're going to talk about suffixes, and especially the suffixes that end in Y and OUS. These are some of the activities we're going to be working through in this video today. So first, let's begin this warm-up and talk a little bit more about what a suffix is. Remember, a suffix is a word part added to the end of a base word, okay, to create a new word. The suffix changes the meaning or the part of speech of a base word, and usually both. For example, the suffix less means without. So, some examples are pointless, hopeless, and humorless. Okay, so pointless would mean without hope, or I'm sorry, without point. Hopeless would mean without hope, and humorless would mean without humor. Okay, so let's work at this first one here. This is a review on this page. Okay, Nadia was careless and ripped a page in her book. Okay, so the word here that we're looking for that has the suffix LSS on the end, less, is careless. And we have care is the base word and less is the suffix. What's the definition of careless? Well, remember that less makes the word mean without something. So in this case, careless means without care. Okay. What's the part of speech for the word careless? Part of speech, remember, would be a noun, verb, adjective, adverb. Those are parts of speech. Okay, and actually careless is an adjective. Remember, an adjective describes a noun. In this case, Nadia was careless. Who was careless? Nadia was. So in this case, the adjective is describing Nadia. Okay? And the base word part of speech. Well, the base word here is care, right? That's the base word in careless. And the word care is actually a noun. Okay? Let's go to the next one and we'll explain this a little more here. The surprise party left my uncle speechless. So our word that has our suffix less is speechless. The base word here is speech, and the suffix again is less. What does this mean? Speechless. Well, speechless means to be without speech. The part of speech is again an adjective. And remember, an adjective describes a noun. Speechless is describing their uncle, okay, or my uncle. The base word in the word speechless is speech, and speech is actually a noun, okay. So you can see adding the suffix less changes the part of speech, and it changes the meaning of the word. Okay, let's see here. I think we have one more of these activities before moving on to our next activity. A clear, cloudless sky greeted us. Okay, again, our word is cloudless, and cloud being our base word. The definition of cloudless means without clouds. The part of speech, again, is an adjective. Okay. Cloudless sky. Remember, an adjective describes a noun. In this case, cloudless is describing the sky. The base word in the word cloudless is cloud, which we know is a noun. Okay, our next activity, we're going to move on to learn about two new suffixes today. And let me pull my little thing over here for us to learn. The suffix y and ous mean like, having to some degree, somewhat, or full of. So lots of definitions with these. But here are some important information about these suffixes. Sometimes the spelling of the base word changes when one of the suffixes is added. The base word remains. Remember that a silent E is dropped at the end of words and a final Y changes to I when endings are added. So if there's a silent E, you're going to drop it. If it's a Y at the end of your base word, it's going to change to an I. When a one-syllable word that ends in a consonant adds an ending, the final consonant doubles. Okay? So for example, fun is a one-syllable word. You know, fun. If you clap it out, fun. If you add Y to it, you're going to have to double that N. Nerve to nervous, you're going to drop the E because that E is a silent E. Let's practice some of these with the suffix sort here. Okay. Our first word is tasty, and you can see it already has our suffix of Y on the end. They want to know what was the base word before they added that Y. Well, over here we have fog, mystery, danger, taste, fame, and bone. Okay, well, tasty, we know the base word was taste. Okay, and the suffix that we added was Y. Okay, so if we come over here and we write the Y in, you can see we had to drop that E and add a Y to create tasty. Okay, famous is the next one. The base word was fame. Okay, and what suffix was added would be OUS. Okay, so we would write OUS over here. What did we have to do to fame before we added the OUS? Well, we dropped that E. You can see there is no E in the word famous. Okay, bony, the base word was bone. We added a Y. Again, that E on the end was silent, so we dropped that E. Okay. Now for the word foggy, the base word was fog. Now in this example, remember if it's a one-syllable word, which means when you say it, you clap one time. Fog is one syllable. Foggy is two syllables. Okay, so the suffix that was added here was the Y, but you had to double that G. Okay, double that consonant. Right? The next one is danger. Dangerous was from the base word danger, and we just added an OUS to this one. Nothing was changed, and you might say, well, it ends in a consonant. Why wasn't the R doubled? Well, remember, it only doubles on one-syllable words. Fog is one syllable. Danger was two syllables, so we did not double that. Base word for mysterious is mystery. The suffix that was added was the OUS. But where did that I come from in the mystery? There's an I in there instead of a Y. Well, remember, if it ends in a Y, you change it to an I and add OUS. Lots of rules there to remember. Okay, this is a short game called Pop. Unfortunately, it's not interactive, so I will have to click on it and then we can go through some of the answers together. Okay. The photograph had a glossy finish that reflected light. You can see our word that has our suffix is Y, glossy. What does glossy mean? Smooth and shiny, a type of paint, or dull? The answer would be smooth and shiny. Okay. Let's just do a couple of these. The chilly breeze made me wish I'd worn a coat. Without chill, cool, or calm. What do you think the word chilly means? Okay, cool is the correct answer. Let's do one more. Marietta was nervous before singing in front of a crowd. What does nervous mean? Without nerves, like a nerve, or tense? Let's check and see if you're right. If you said tense, you were correct. That's our lesson today on the suffixes Y and OUS.